just like that, we are back in the UK. Genuinely cannot wait to see everyone. Karina first, then it'll probably be Louis from nursery, and Georgie, and then Mason and Lucas will get the buzz home from school, so I'll see them. So plan is to just drink coffee, stay awake today, probably might go and jump on a bike, just do a little bit of movement, bit of stretching, but I'm not going to train today, I don't feel amazing. Chill, recover and start tomorrow. Not sure what to do yet, I'll have a little think later. Obviously going to be running based because we've got the marathon in 9 days. Sounds like ridiculous that we've got a marathon in 9 days. Little week debrief. Yeah, it's been really good. Another one ticked off, another place seen, another race, another good result, another flag. I've enjoyed it. It's obviously hard. It is hard being away on your. I mean, I do love my own company and stuff, but it's nice sharing it with Karina and the kids. So like Manchester was like special because they was all there. So obviously we can't afford to take the kids and go away together for a week in different countries. It's ridiculous how expensive it costs. So it's nice to get the race done, get the result, and wind down and spend a bit of time with them and kind of be back present with them all and stuff. And yeah, I'm excited to see them all. But yeah, overall really good. We will keep progressing, keep doing what I'm doing. So obviously stuff's working. Next up is the marathon. Then we have a 3 or 4 week gap until Copenhagen, and that's that. We'll keep you up to date with the YouTube. What makes me excited, just looking at this seat, ready to pick up my big man later on. See if I can get a bit of video of him. We've got Jiggy. Where is he? Oh, have you missed Daddy? Have you missed your daddy? Can I have kisses? No, Louis, come on, move downstairs.
Come on. Louis, turn the lights off, I'm going to sleep. No!
It is 5:50 AM. We are up and it is 7 days out from Seville Marathon. I'm going to go out for a 30k run this morning. Trying to think about a route we can take, what's going to be pretty flat, just so I can hit some paces. I want to hit some marathon pace. Obviously I've decided to slow the pace down a little bit because the original pace was not possible under the amount of training that I've done. So I reckon I could probably hold it. Well, I definitely could hold it for a half marathon, but anything over 30k, it's going to be too much. So the goal is to hold 3:55 for the full marathon. So I want to get some 3:50. I want to do 3:55 today for at least half marathon distance. But obviously when you're running around, it's not like being in Pheonix. It's a lot of hills and stuff, so it's hard to kind of keep pace unless you're on a track. There's no tracks open on a Sunday morning, and I don't fancy doing 30k around a track. So as long as I can get 2 hours in the legs and not be as stiff as I was in Pheonix, I'm not gonna carb up this morning because, as you can see, last night we went big on Domino's. Yeah, so I'm gonna pack this with gels now. I've done a little bit of mobility work. We're caffeined up. We've got bog roll. It's actually come light, so that's good. So let's go. I'm not going to take this with me, so I'll just fill you in on the run when I get back. Let's go. That was horrible, painful. Oh my god. Pain from too early on. Yeah, body's not with it at all. I usually think I could run 20k without any problems, but I'm getting pain before 20k, which is not good. I managed to get 2 hours and 20 minutes in the legs. We got 2 hours in the legs last time, so it's a little bit of I can't even know the word because my brain's that fucked. It's hard to run the pace around here because you're always climbing and stuff, and I just find it so much harder. We took on all the gels. We did have to stop for some more fluid, so this morning saying only bringing one was enough. One was not enough, because once you start drinking you get a taste for it, you want to keep drinking. I drank it all by 10k, so I had to stop for a Lucozade and a water. Then we had to stop for the toilet, so even within that time I'd had 2 stops, so that's not, it is what it is. It wasn't kind of continuous, but God, I can't even bend over, it took me. Completely stiffened up. Got to look at the positives. A little bit of hot and cold therapy, and then we are off to Preston to see Mason on his motorbike. He's racing today at Preston, so no rest for the wicked. Oh. 5 minutes in here, a minute in the cold, 5 minutes in here. Should help a little bit. And then I'll sauna later on. I'm not going to have time to sauna because we're going watching Mason, so. We're just at Preston Docks watching Mason on his motorbike. He's racing today. We've brought Louis' little electric Osset. Is it called Osset? What are they called? Revy, sorry, not Osset. Little electric Revy. First time he's ever been on it. And he's loving it. Oh, he's doing it, he's doing it, he's doing it! He's off!
Woo! Again!
Just here this morning at Represent. It's 6:30. The girls have just come in. The staff here train in the morning before work, which is fucking brilliant. I love it. The girls come in early, the lads come in after. They all get the sessions done. They all shower and they all get on with work, and they're just all in that fitness environment. It's a special place to work, I think. This morning's session, I'm just going to warm up on the bike. I always do 10 to 20 minutes on the bike, depending on how much time I've got. This morning we're a little bit short of time. I need to get back for the school run. So it's just straight onto the runner after this. 10 minutes, straight onto the runner. Always do a 2k warm up, sometimes 3k again if I've got more time. I like to progressively warm up, so build up in heart rate and in pace slowly. I like the end of the warm up to be at the pace I'm going to be doing the intervals at. This morning I'm going to try and do some 320 paces for, I think 3 minutes. Maybe do like 5 or 6 3-minute rounds, with maybe a minute rest, just to get the legs turning over. So yeah, I like the end of the warm-up to be aimed at 320 pace for the last 15-20 seconds, just to get a feel for it. So I would start off at a 12k pace, about a 5-minute k pace. Just get a little bit of warmth in the legs, and then up the pace until we hit a 320. That is the first bit of speed work I've done, literally since Pheonix. Everything's been more aimed towards the marathon, so the fastest I've ran is like 3:45 pace, and it started to feel like it was getting hard. So I just wanted to do today, just with enough time to recover for the weekend, just to get some faster intervals in, legs turning over, just so that my legs don't forget how to run fast. If I do a full week this week with no speed work, and then next week's going to be a complete write-off, because I'd imagine I'm going to be very sore from the marathon. It's going to be like almost three weeks with no speed work, and I think that for me is just going to be, I'm just going to end up losing it all. So it was just nice to just keep my toe in the water this morning, and just throw a bit of speed down. It felt good, I really enjoyed it. Short and sweet. Those sessions in the morning before school are like the old school days. You've got to be in, warmed up, done and gone within the hour. Didn't get a chance to do a cool down, which I usually do after every session, but obviously busy lives just sometimes don't allow that.
I very rarely used to be able to get a warm-up or a cool-down in, because by the time I get to the gym, I had 60 minutes to get dressed, get showered, get the work stuff on and get to site. At least I've turned up here with my kit on, ready to go, so it just saves a lot of time. Don't need a shower, straight home. I will just sort the kids out. No doubt Karina's already up anyway, breakfast already sorted. I'll just do what I can and then drop them off for Karina so she can get ready for her clients. Usually start coming at 8:30 to 9 o'clock. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. Love getting that session done in the morning. Love getting up, getting out, getting at it. That's one session banked already, which gives us enough time to get definitely one more in, if not sometimes two more in. Today is going to be two more, just because it's going to be a bit of a bigger volume day. It's the last chance I've got to get a bit of threshold and a little bit of more volume in. So like I say, I'm going to do a strength session in a bit. I'm going to throw some sled stuff in just so I don't forget how to do the sled, and then I'm going to do some echo bike intervals later on. So that's it. Good, really good start to the day. Let's go. See ya! Right, we are here. We're at UK Podiatry because I have to come regular, well, semi-regular, every few months just for checkups, because just in case anyone didn't know, from an old motocross accident when I was 13 and 14, I broke my leg pretty bad. Second time really bad, and it left me a little bit crippled. So I have to actually wear insoles in my shoes. One has a platform, one doesn't. The platform is about 10 mil. So I've got one leg shorter than the other. The procedure we went through to fix the leg just went a bit tits. So yeah, because of that, I've got one leg shorter than the other. I've had to wear insoles since I was like 16. I've wore them on and off. Sometimes they get in the way. Like, I used to race in Nike shoes, or run in Nike shoes, sorry, but I could find they would never fit into Nike shoes properly. Luckily the Pumas are really good, they fit in really comfortable. We're back here again, just going to see Steve, make sure he's happy with everything. I'll try and get some footage of it inside so you can see what's going on, and then that's it, yeah, just a little update on that. Strength session. I'm at JD Gyms in Wigan. Like I say, I don't want to kind of forget all things hyrox with this marathon prep going on. So the strength this morning was just a little bit upper body. We ran this morning, so the strength was a little bit of upper body, just to keep things moving, keep things ticking over. What we don't want to do is completely write off everything, because, like I said, next week's going to be a complete, probably disaster with training, because I'd imagine I'm going to be a bit sore and I need to recover as much as possible. I'm just going to load up the sled. I'm going to do 10 lengths of sled push, 10 lengths of sled pull, just to finish the session off. This just so I can keep my toe in the water. My sled game has become much better recently from doing more, so I don't want to kind of forget it for too long and end up back to where I was. But yeah, that's it. Session, got a good session, got a little bit of pump on. Going to go into this sled technique work now. So Wednesday nights, always daddy nights. Mummy works late, so I'm cooking the tea. Just whenever I can fit in the microwave, 6 people, that's what we usually have. Tonight, pushing the boat out, chicken fajitas.
I'm gonna hold on forever, my darling, dancing in the moonlight with you. And when the morning comes, life goes on and on.
Do I feel good today? Nope. Do I feel ready for this session? Nope. Do I feel recovered? Nope. But we've got to get this session done, mainly because I've not run in the shoes yet. So you can't turn up to a race without running in the shoes, especially something that's brand new you never used before. So there's that, and also I just need to get a feel for this pace. The last 2 big run sessions I've done, I did try to run at marathon pace, and they both went terribly wrong. So I need to get a feel, and the track, there's no better place than the track to run at pace. Yes guys, so the man behind the camera will show you in a minute, Mr. RJ. He's come so we can get a little run check going on. You can have a look what I look like while I'm running, what these trainers look like. But no, this is the Sace guys, the Puma Fast R3 colourway. Looks miles better on than it does in the box, but they feel good. As I was saying about the sole, there's not much under the ball of your foot, but they feel so comfortable. My insoles fit in them. They feel good, so I'm looking forward to running them in today. Looking forward to racing on Sunday. RJ's here today. He's gonna get me some content. Today's a good day.
At least you know this light end of the road. Went from a boy to a man, still got a whole lot to grow. But I found freedom, pressure grown, locks broke. Most joy I've gotten in creating since like 9-4. Wherever you get music, midnight in your time zone. Dream chasing, E-racing, gotta get these lines on.
Every credit to the man.
10k at MP. A little bit quicker to be fair, because it's hard to pace on a track when it's so windy. So average pace 3:52. I would say I felt a bit harder than it should have done. Maybe it's fatigue, maybe I'm run down, whatever, I don't know, but yeah, the work's done now. We're going to try and hold that. 10k was obviously okay today. To do it 4 times on Sunday, we'll see you there. This was meant to be a romantic weekend away for me and Karina, so I booked it last year thinking that I could kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Take her away, run a marathon, we're both happy, we're both doing what we want, we're both away, but she couldn't make it, so I've had to replace her with someone else, and that someone else is
much better.
Mr. Yeah. Mr. Sam McKenzie, how are we, pal?
Sorry to disappoint.
How are we?
Good, you?
Yeah, very good. What's the plan this weekend, Sam?
Seville Marathon.
What's the goal time? What am I going to do it?
Your LT2 says you're going to do it. It's just whether you've got the endurance in the legs because you've been
hammering
hyroxes.
My man says I'll do it, doesn't it?
Your mind says you can do anything. You prove everyone wrong. Literally, it's do or die, but he's just going to die trying if needs be. So we'll see how we go.
So for those that don't know, Sam is my nutritionist and has been helping me out for the last 12 months. He does all my testing, my bloods, and obviously provides me with diet, which has been absolutely game changing for me.
Thanks for saying that it was game changing.
Yeah, that's my father for telling me how good he was on TV. But no, seriously, yeah. So I brought Sam along this weekend. He's gonna help me with food, and obviously we've become good friends. So it's just nice to have a weekend away. I didn't want to come on my own. Karina couldn't make it, unfortunately. So it's a romantic weekend away for just the 2 of us. He knows what I'm like. He knows that my mental game's good. So whether or not the legs and the hips will keep up with the mind, we don't know. I'm thinking I'm going to be good for 2 hours, and then anything after 2 hours then is going to be like do or die. We started the carb loading phase. We started last night actually. Today we've been having extra carbs. We've dropped the fats. Protein's not been as important. And then we've got lots of carbs going down now in the airport. Pasta, Coke, bread.
I'm running the marathon as well.
We've landed. We are here in Seville. Everyone said it was the place of orange trees. It literally is. Orange trees everywhere. Same time. Orange tree, orange tree, orange tree. Man needs carbs, so I'm trying to find another Italian or somewhere we can get some pasta. The streets are so sick, it's probably a nice place. We're round 2. Pasta pomodoro with full fat Coke and bread again. Same again as the airport. Sam told me I could have a crepe, so I've got a crepe. It looks very delicious. The day before 8:30. Marathon one day out. I just got up, gonna go for a shakeout run. That rest day yesterday has made me feel like I've been hit by a bus. I feel worse. I'm sure a bit of movement will be good. So, quick coffee, quick run, back for breakfast, stretch, and then have a mooch around Seville.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, I don't know why, but it's much harder than it should. I feel much worse than I thought, and the running's much harder than it should be. I'm going to literally talk through everything, how I'm feeling and everything, because it's all part of the journey, and people think that you do all this crazy volume and you're alright, you get up and you crack on, and it's not true. So I think my problem at the minute is I get really, really sore when I'm training for hyrox. It's took me a long time to do speed work and recover and go again and recover and race and taper, and it's took me a long time to get conditioned. I genuinely have been feeling okay, but with that said, I did 10 days with no speed work after Pheonix. I did a speed session on Monday, which was the only day really to get it in because I didn't want to be too sore for today, and I can still feel DOMs from that speed session. So although I run well, paces was all good, I'm still recovering from that speed session. I get so much pain around my hips and stuff, maybe just like I said, just from the fast movements, and I've had issues with my hips a lot in the past, with osteus pubis and everything, and I'm getting all those kind of symptoms again because I've had the break from the speed. I've done the speed, and obviously I've not really recovered in time for a frigging 26 miles in the morning, but like it is what it is. Like I say, I'm not going to be stupid. I'm going to hold the pace the best I can for as long as I can, and it is what it is. You know what I mean? It's a beautiful place, the fucking sun's shining, we're able to run. There's people out here, there's people in life but can't even walk. People would love to be in my position. Just some sore hips, running on some sore hips. It's not that bad, but I'm not going to be stupid. I'm not going to jeopardise anything by being stupid. If the pain kicks in and it's really bad, then we'll just have to do the best we can. But yeah, just being completely transparent with how I'm feeling, everything. First meal going down. Frosties, Cocoa Pops, milk and honey. That's the first bit of the breakfast going down. Round 2 is about 3 bowls of cereal, 2 bowls of Frosties, 1 bowl of Cocoa Pops, a coffee, an orange juice, and now I'm going to tuck into some scrambled egg, some potatoes, an egg, bread, and a cheeky little pancake hiding underneath there. Fan 1701. Right, we're here, we've got the bib, we're at the expo, we're all checked in, we're good to go. We're not really good to go, but we're going to go anyway. We don't feel amazing, but we're going to do the best we can. 1701, get it tracked. The plan is to just set off tomorrow at 3:55 pace and just hold it for as long as we can. I think 25-30k will be painfully okay, and then anything after that is going to be painfully hard. But let's go. We like a little bit of sightseeing. When we come to all these places for hyroxes and marathons and everything else we do, got to have a little bit of sightseeing going on. We're back in our favourite restaurant for, you guessed it, double portion of pasta pomodoro. The morning of the race. It's 5:30. First things first. More fuel. We've got 2 belts to carry all the gels. Literally, it's all you can do. It's going to set off with a lot of extra weight. I'm going to put one on the front, one on the back, and I've got 10 march on gels. If I take a gel on, roughly every 5k, that's going to give me 90 grams of carb per hour. I was wondering whether to do more, whether it's 4 gels per hour, but with all the carb loading that we have done, I think every 5k is gonna be okay.
We're nearly good to go, about 15 minutes and then we're going to get off and walk down.
The reason why I'm so nervous this morning is because it literally is a case of the unknown. So usually, like, if I turn up to a hyrox race, I know that I've done the work, I know that I'm strong for 60 minutes. Where this, as much as there's no pressure, I just, like I say, I pressure myself a little bit. It's just literally a case of the unknown. I do not know what is going to happen to me after about 2 hours. I've done a 30k and a 34k, which was last week and the week before, and that is literally it. That is the furthest I've ran in 2 years since the Barcelona Marathon I did in March 2024. So we'll see how it goes. I am looking forward to it, getting out there. I love getting stuck in, but like I say, it's just a case of the unknown.
Let's go, MD.
Alright.
Go on the boy. Good morning from sunny Seville. I'm Sam McKenzie, Mark Dean's nutrition scientist. So I provide Mark with his nutrition strategies and his scientific support. He's just passed me at the halfway point, looking very good. Mark asked me to do a little video just to talk through what we've done with his nutrition for this marathon. So basically, with the prep for this, if you can call it prep, I'm used to working in endurance sport. I've only been working with Mark in hyrox for about 18 months, so I'm used to working with athletes in one sport. Hyrox is amazing in that it's very unique. These hyrox guys and girls will throw themselves at anything, and I quite like that. Quite like the mix of sports and challenges. But it does bring with it very unique prep and unique challenges. So the last 2 days we've carb loaded Mark, and we've got really good data on him to kind of accurately support that, in that we've done DEXA scans with him for the last 18 months while we've been bringing his body fat down for some of the hyrox races. We've got him down from about 14% to 8%, but along that we get really good data on how much muscle he's got, so that we can then be much more prescriptive and accurate in loading his glycogen. Glycogen is the stored form of carbohydrate. So for the last 2 days, he's been hitting around 10 grams per kilo carbohydrate, which is not easily done, about 800 grams a day for 2 days, whilst keeping his fibre as low as possible for them 2 days, because without going into too much information, Mark does suffer with gut distress normally on race days. There's been a history of that, so that is one little strategy we put in place to manage that risk. And when you're in a foreign country with everything language-wise in Italian, and managing all the nutrition needs, it's not easy, but he's done it and done very well. So 800 grams of carbs yesterday and the day before, and then this morning 100 grams of carbs. That's just to kind of resynthesize his liver glycogen, which he will have burnt overnight during sleep, and then that means his muscle and liver is full, ready to start the race. And then we did a final beetroot shot, which he'd also been loading in prior days to increase his nitrates and makes his oxygen efficiency better, a little boost there. And then during the race, carbohydrate intake is between 90 and 120 grams an hour, which sounds like a hell of a lot, but at his level, with the time that he wants, and we've practiced at it, it's a very appropriate dosing and very much needed at his level. So he'll be doing that every hour, 120 grams for as long as he can. If we do need to kind of take that down a notch, we can do. I always say to athletes, don't stick to the plan at all costs. If we need to nip that down to 90 grams an hour just to keep him going, all good. At least we've then front loaded it, so we're happy with that. He looked really fresh just passing me there at the halfway point, so the only unknown, having tested him now for 18 months and got all his lactate data and everything, all that was hyrox specific. And like I said before, I'm used to athletes just doing one sport only. He's thrown himself at this, but Mark's a very unique athlete in that a lot of things that I would normally advise people to stay away from. Mark is an exception to that rule because he's just got the heart of a lion. I think there is going to be some crossover with, you know, the weekly mileage in running that you're going to do with hyrox, but that's not to say he's not done a specific marathon training block. So there is a little bit of an unknown here as to where he's going to be at when we get to mile 18, mile 20. We've done his lactate data in the lab, but again, that does give us LT1 and LT2. His LT2 around 320 mins per kilometre, but that doesn't say is how his physiology will respond between 18 and 20 miles when, if anyone watching this has run a marathon before, you know your physiology and everything can feel a little bit different when you hit that point and the wheels can start to fall off. So whilst we put everything in place that we can, we'll see, you know, what happens at that point, and we're not going to know until he gets to that point. So fingers crossed. His PB is 2:49 for the marathon. I know he wants, you know, faster than that. He wants to beat that. So I think he'll be happy if he beats it, but he'll be even happier, I think, if it's more towards 2:45. You know, who's to stop him trying? So that's my update. I hope it's been useful. Over to the rest of the video. Mark's just passed me at the 35k point. Still keeping 354 mins per kilometre. Looked very strong for that point. Where if you've done a marathon before, you know how that feels when you get to that point. He's got a little over about 30 minutes running left. The paces are absolutely spot on to what he said he was going to do. Now it's just a matter of can he hang on at that. Absolutely amazing to watch this as it's happening, as it's unfolding. He's literally just finished. Man of the moment.
Oh, that was heavy. I felt that from 10k, but luckily the pain didn't get any worse apart from the last 5k, so I managed to just like keep it at a good level of pain the whole way and just try to like be smooth, shut off, relax. All the shit that goes through your head is crazy. And then the last 5k was just ridiculous. Like, I felt like Pinocchio before he turned into a boy. I was just like stumbling about like a piece of wood. But fucking hell, I don't know, did I get 244?
244.41.
244, sub 245, I'll take that. Plan A was 245, plan B was sub 249, which is the PB. So we've actually fucking ticked off plan A.
You got the best outcome.
And you know what, like it's hard to stick to 355 because I felt better than 355, but I just tried to like respect it because I knew it was going to chew me up at some point. But I managed to just stay strong until the last 5k, so I'm buzzing with that. Happy.
Well done.
Buzzing. I want to dedicate that run to two people. One, Mark Webster, one of my oldest friends that I've trained with for 15 years. Unbelievable runner, fit guy, and he actually can't run anymore because his knees are that bad. So I want to dedicate that to him because every time I felt pain, I thought about him. And the second person is my father-in-law, Chrissy B, who last year had a hip replacement. You might need to book me in for the same thing next week, pal. My hips are hanging off. Let's go.
Well done, champ.
Thank you. Yeah, I quite enjoyed it, to be fair. I didn't even use music. I raw dogged it for 35k. Oh, that feels good. I don't even like drinking. I've not had a beer in probably a year, but the sun's out. 2:44 marathon. I'm going to enjoy this. Much better than expected. Like I say, I was nervous before because it was the land of the unknown. The last marathon was 2 years ago, and like I say, I know I've said it a few times now, but I've genuinely not done a marathon training block. It was literally based off the fitness what I've got through hyrox. Been running 80 to 100k a week for the last 6 to 8 weeks, so obviously I've been getting enough miles in, but it just hasn't been marathon specific. There hasn't been anything longer than 20k. there was a 30k last week and a 30k 2 weeks ago and a 34k last week, and that's literally the prep I've done for this marathon. So I was nervous. I actually raw dogged the full thing. I had music with me, but I just wanted to take it all in, enjoy it. Usually when you're in a marathon, you're just looking at the floor, you don't see everything. What you're in a fucking beautiful country. I just thought I'd take it all in and enjoy it, and didn't even need music. Got to 35 and then the pain kicked in, so we just had a little click of the earphones and we was on with some heavy metal, some Slipknot.
How did you feel at that 18-20 mile point?
I mean, you've got to just take the rough with the smooth. So as much as you can feel the pain creeping in, you're almost there. Like, you passed the 2-hour point, you've got a little bit left. Just think about shit. So I always think about the kids being at the finish line, always being there, but then sometimes you need to think even deeper than that. Like, you've got to take your mind to a dark place and get yourself out of it. So the kids are nice to think about, but sometimes when you're in that much pain, like, you think beyond that and get yourself out of it. And then I just start thinking other stuff, like, you've got to think about people that, like, they can't even run, or they can't walk, or you know what I mean? You've got to just think that you're in a you can do it, and it's just pain. That's literally it. It's a little bit of pain. Just keep going.
How did you manage that pacing? Because that takes patience.
Did you know what? Yeah, you're right. Like, part of me, for 20k, part of me wanted to go harder. I know I've got my half marathon is about 3:35 kilometre pace. Obviously that's digging deep, but I know that I could have hit 3:45. You have to respect it, don't you? Like, I know what it involves, and I know that when you get to the last part of the race, how hard it is. So you've got to respect that. You can't go all guns blazing. So I did have to. I was actually slowing myself down for the first 20k. I was hitting 350s, and I was like, I need to back off here. I've got to back off here because it will bite me in the arse. I think if I'd have kept at 350 pace, I think the pain would have settled in a bit earlier. Luckily, I did try to stick to the right pacing. And like I say, it was just painful then from the last 5 or 6k. I think it would have hit me a lot earlier if I'd have pushed too hard, because, like I say, it was unknown. But no, overall happy, good weekend, fueling on point, thanks to Sam. Cheers.